You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take it. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. They won't change gun laws for non-blacks. I'm just gonna be, just straight up with you. So, as this, crime happened, as this mass shooting happened, you have people coming out talking about gun laws, and you're gonna have people coming out defending, Second Amendment rights and this, that, and the third. And y'all just don't want to deal with the reality. The reality is this. The gun laws are in place for non-black people. So nobody sees these things as a problem. And the problem would be, okay, let me get this right. An 18-year-old guy who didn't pass, who didn't graduate, or who dropped out or whatever, just for his birthday buys assault rifles out of the blue. Like this is what he's been waiting to do. And say, okay, yeah, you got the money, you got to buy a rifle, buy some ammo, buy another rifle, buy some more ammo. The same person has been, known to go around shooting people with BB guns. And I think he's a cross-dresser. I don't know if that's the same internet profile or whatever, right? So let me get this right. It's not a problem. And it's never going to be a problem because for the most part, you have the vast majority of the country buying guns to protect themselves or arm themselves for the possible race war or protect themselves against the blacks. Even this ideology is where black people aren't even, you don't see us regularly as a population in that area. So that becomes an issue. But it's par for the course. So when you get these instances, people are going to just stick up for the fact that, hey, man, we possibly might need these people, perhaps, who's got all these guns in case we're going to have this quote-unquote race war. Now, I'm not saying that's what this dude was on. I'm saying the system itself, that's what they do. So how is it not surprising? Kid buys thousands of dollars worth of weapons and ammunition and drives off in an F-250 and wrecks it. Personally, you would say, okay, he's living with his grandparents, one. So maybe that's their stuff because they're older. But him buying the guns and ammo, where you get the money from? Grandparents giving him money or he dealing drugs? But that's the other thing about this equation that people don't want to deal with. Non-black people do a lot of crime that's in plain sight, but somehow under the radar. So possibly accumulated this money illegally. We don't know. I'm not even just putting it out there about this particular case, but just in general. So take it a step further. This ideology with these people is, is weird because it's always soft targets. I don't care if it's, black on. I really don't care if it's black on white. I mean, not black on white as far as mass shooters. That doesn't really happen. But white on black, Asian on whoever, Hispanic on Hispanic, or Hispanic on whoever. White on white, like the Las Vegas shooter, like the Oklahoma City bomber. It's always soft targets. It's never really people in their same age group or that can retaliate. Because if you're in the same age group with people that can retaliate, that's how the Las Vegas shooting thing happened. He had to be way, way high up in the building. He wasn't coming down to do that. That wasn't going to work as well, So, and taking it back to 9/11, I talked about that before, where when somebody non-black does something, it's not alarming. It doesn't raise a red flag. It's just a normal American right because, oh my goodness. And a person might say something like, well, you could go buy a gun. And I've told the story numerous times. I did buy guns. But the difference is when I bought guns and, and I had to go pick them up, man, I literally bought one. There's a little particular story about buying one of my particular guns where I literally went in there to pick it up in a work uniform with my work, with my work clothes on. IDs, paperwork, internet confirmation, all that. And they literally brought 3 different supervisors to give me my doggone gun. While there was a white guy in front of me that got his gun just like that. Same scenario. So, this is how it goes. If you've ever been to a gun show, you know what goes down. White dudes could just throw cash on the table and da-da-da-da. Not necessarily the same thing with us. Then they'll do the fake call to the feds or the real call to the feds. That's what they do. So this stuff is going to keep happening. And the fact that it happened at the end of the school year should let you know this was planned. Because school would have been over, what they having on a Monday. School would have been over on Wednesday or Thursday. Because today is a Thursday that I'm doing this video, and this is the last day of school here in Houston. So whatever. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch y'all on the next one. Peace.